from the Environmental Channel with a new segment we like to call Get Up and Save the Planet.
Let's check out those two girls on the dock.
This is such an amazing view.
Oh, look at the ducks. Yes, they're quite cute. Too bad, isn't it?
What's too bad?
Don't you know? Their habitat is being destroyed because of people's carelessness, because of chemical pollution.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, all because of chemical pollution. The introduction of chemical contaminants into a body of water. Did you know that of 70,000 organic chemicals in the U.S., 654 of them are considered dangerous? And that 99% of the population doesn't know or care?
Sometimes animals?
Precisely. There's over 400 dead zones in the U.S. where next to no marine life can live because of chemical pollution. But it doesn't just harm animals. 1 of every 6 children has a disability in development, and they all can be traced down to pollutants in water.
Terrible. How does water get polluted?
Well, it all starts with aquifers.
What's an aquifer?
I know what an aquifer is. It's a body of porous rock that can transmit or contain groundwater. Essentially, it's an underground reservoir.
Exactly. But unfortunately, many of our fertilizers and chemicals are carelessly disposed of. They can then leak into the water or into the ground and get transmitted to aquifers. The aquifer then becomes polluted, and once that happens, you can't use the water.
What kind of chemicals pollute the environment?
Well, every chemical affects the environment, but some are more harmful than others. Take ethanol and acetone, for example. Those pollute the air, but fertilizers, waste products, and other chemicals can make their way into aquifers.
Happens because of industry?
Sadly, industry is responsible for most of the pollution, whether it's the dumping of hazardous materials into the waters, the seeping of waste from plants, oil spills, or agriculture. Agriculture is a big problem because of the fertilizer and pesticides that are used, which goes into the land and causes chemical pollution.
Wait, how can people get away with this? Isn't anybody doing anything to stop this?
So far, laws have been passed to regulate chemicals, but there are many chemicals that are still out there. For example, PCBs and DDT have been banned. The Pollution Prevention Act of 1990 has been the most useful law so far, regulating the amount of chemicals that were released into the environment.
So the main goal of the PPA is to prevent pollution, before we have to worry about cleaning up the mess we make of our environment. So what about other laws? What do they regulate?
There are many other laws to prevent pollution, most specifically chemical pollution. One of the main laws is the Toxic Substances Control Act. This allows government organizations, like the EPA, to regulate substances from impacting the environment.
Wow, we learned so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I learned a lot today.
It's been a pleasure, girls. I really hope I taught you some useful things about chemical pollution. Bye. That's the example of the average citizen, not knowing anything about their environment and how they can help it. I'm now going to send you to my 2 ecologists in the environmental sector.
The earth is water, so it's slowly destroying. Chemical pollution is passed from organism to organism in a process called biological magnification. Like DDT enters the water source, it is absorbed by simple organisms and in turn fed to larger organisms. As pollutions go through the food chain, the concentration of pollutants increase. Remember the oil spill in the Gulf last month? This disrupted the ecological food chain, killing off animals like plankton and algae, which messed up all the ecosystems.
They predict it will take years, maybe even decades, to get the Gulf Coast back to how it was before the spill. This demonstration shows the effect on wildlife after it's been polluted. If you add oil, then see, it just bubbles up on top of the water. Other pollutants, such as the water's all screwed up and the duck isn't particularly happy either, and now it's dead. Oil spills are almost impossible to clean up. There are several methods, but for Ducky here, there's no hope. Although, to save other organisms, you could try using a boom and skimmer. Little things actually help. I know you've heard it a million times, but just turn off the water while you brush your teeth. Doing that, one person per year saves 1,200 gallons of water. Replacing all your store-bought cleaning products with hot water and vinegar as an all-purpose cleaner. It works, and it's much better for the environment. We need your help.
There are many diver.